Hello, I'm Donna Robinson, the traveling nanny, and I'm here with one of my travel gadget reviews. And we're at my kitchen table. It's not glamorous, it's not professional, but you get some pretty good advice about different travel gadgets. So come along and explore with us. Okay, first thing we want to talk about today is the suitcase holder. Because when you spend a lot of money on suitcases and they get banged up pretty much when you check them in, right? What if you have a carry-on? You say, I don't really care. Well, this is my carry-on, but we're going to go international, and because of liquids and stuff like that, I'm probably going to check it in. But this gives me options. I decided not to check it in, I can. If I want to check it in, a little bit more protected. Now, this is found on Amazon. It is not expensive, and it does have its flaws, but it does the job as far as covering. And I've had one similar to this on another suitcase that I used for years. I think somewhere around last trouble, it got a couple little holes in it, but it still protected the suitcase. Now, the advantage in a cover is that all of us have seen those suitcase thefts where it's stabbed with a ballpoint, rip, grab. Well, with this, you're not really going to be able to do that, and it would take too much time, and the whole point of those thefts is quick and in and out. And this slows them down, so they're going to bypass you. Now, how easy is it to use? Well, kind of easy. Well, let me show you something. We'll do this one in a minute. All right. It does give you room at the top, so you have plenty of room to put your handle, to grab this handle. It does have a nice little cutout. It is double stitched, so it's not bad. But to get it on, you just slip it on, which is straight, so it's easy. And then at the bottom, you zip it on. Now, this can try your patience. Sometimes I have my husband hold it together while I zip, but mostly I can do it by myself. But with him, I use help. But you just zip it up. Now, would I like Velcros? Yeah, Velcros would make it a little bit easier, I think. But would it hold as much? I don't know. TSA, anybody can take this off, and chances are, if they're looking at your suitcase and they take it off, when they put it back on, they're going to throw it on. They're not going to bother zipping it. It'll just kind of be hanging on it when you get it. Don't get mad at the baggage carriers. It's not their fault. It's going through security, and you just could have been flagged. But nevertheless, you get it back, then you put it back on. But it is handy. And it will keep that. I have a monos, my last suitcase, so I really did not want to run my new mono. And I figure for security reasons, it would be great because it would keep down thefts. The second thing is that it would protect my suitcase too. And if it gets ripped or torn, it just comes, apart or whatever between bad handling, by the end of the trip, it's 13 bucks. I really don't care. Now, I bought the bigger one thinking I'd have more stretch because this mono's a little bigger. But tell you the truth, I didn't need it. The small fits good enough. You have a little part that shows down the bottom, but my whole thing was to kind of prevent thefts and to protect it as much as I possibly could without getting too far away. Now, the other thing I wanted to demonstrate was this little gadget I really like, because I walk through airports with kids a lot of times. I got sippy cups, I got a stroller in one hand, I'm trying to hold on to everybody, and I like this. It's kind of lined, so it doesn't get too yucky, but it just, with a quick, just fits right over here. Then you can put them up, whatever. You can put your cups in here. You could put, probably throw a cookie or a snack or something in there if you needed to. I like it because in the back, it has a place you could put your boarding passes, you could put your passports or your IDs, and here it's still zipped up. It's not easy to get off. It's actually made quite well, and thank you to my sweet son, Clyde Johnson, and his wife, Julie, for getting me for Mother's Day, because they know I love my gadgets. But it's, I've had cheap ones, and this one's just really well made. The other thing I want to talk about is doing stuff with your liquids. Now, when you're going to not check something in, you really have to be careful. But even checked in, like with us, I decided that even though we've decided to check everything in all the way to Europe, because to be honest, there's a lot of liquids. You know, I've got young kids, I gotta have lots of sunscreen. You can buy all that stuff there, but it's probably gonna cost you more. But more than that, once you get started on your vacation, you don't want to have to go to a drugstore and shop and find the pharmacy or whatever. So I kind of try to bring the basics with me, which means I have to have a place to put them. Now, this is a round little pack from Easy Pack. I like it because you can see it all the way around. Packs in those little corners of your suitcase because you can stand it up or you can lay it down in those little pockets. But what's inside is the real treasure. There's two. These are also found on Amazon. But what they are, they hold your liquids. And I like it because it's got a little lid, so it's leak proof. Believe me, I have tested this thing. But you can put, probably in this 1.5 ounce or 2 ounce, I think it is, you could literally put probably all your makeup in. Because even though our makeup says, you know, these tall bottles, there's only 1.5 ounces in them, right? But you could put them all in there. Now, why do I like that? Because when you have those little travel bottles and you're stuffing stuff in it or whatever, what do you run into? Trying to get it out, shaking it and doing whatever. This even comes with a little spatula. So you can put your makeup in, put your makeup brush, put your finger, put your spatula, get it out, and you get every last drop. So I think that's pretty amazing. Now sometimes, like with my grandson who has eczema, we need a lot of lotions. So yeah, I'm going to go to the 3 ounce. And I'm going to, same thing, same protective lid, fill it up, and maybe I'll even do 2 of them. Or maybe there'll be sunscreen in here. Because once again, I can get to every last drop. I'm not going to be shaking, I'm not going to be squeezing. I think that's pretty cool. So, in my thing, I like the fact that I can easily put 3, 4 big ones, 4 small ones, and 1 big one, or I could put 2, 4, 6 small ones in here. The main thing is, once again, they're in a plastic case, so they're going to stay pretty protective even if something should happen or get smashed. So I like that. But I just like the fact that you could pack it standing up. You could pack it in the little round corners of your suitcase where things, you know, nothing else fits. But you could get all your lotions for 1 trip. This would probably pass right through TSA too as a check-in. But in my case, I'm not going to do it as a carry-on. I'm going to check it in. But like I said, I could probably get this through TSA too. Now, the other thing, I love this little thing. How many of you, when you get to your destinations, want to do a little chat with everybody back home? I'm with my grandsons, okay? Dad's going to be back home dying to know what's happening, and so we're going to want to chat some nights. And what I like about this is that it just flips out. It flips down, fits into my purse, takes up no room, so light. But then when I want to do something with it, I can put it up, put the legs down, put my phone on it, sit it on the table or whatever. We can either take pictures, selfies, or we could just, you know, chat with Dad and make it really easy on ourselves. So when you hold it here and then their hands shaking and all that. So I think this is a handy little gadget. Once again, found on Amazon. Hate you, Amazon, but I can't live without you either, I guess. And it just snaps through. You see how light it is. This I like because I don't know about you, but I have to have sunglasses when, especially in Madrid, it's going to be really sunny there in Barcelona. And I have oversized sunglasses. What do you do with them? You're going into stores, you're going to museums, okay, you gotta take them off. You put them on your head, and then you hope that dumb things don't fall off, which mine always do, of course, because that's my luck. I like this. I got it on Amazon. It's a cute little case, stretchy neophone, and it holds my very big sunglasses. But that's not even the best part. I like it because I can hook it onto things. So say I have my water bottle case, and I don't carry purses around when we go sightseeing if I can avoid it. I just don't want to be bothered with holding stuff. So I could snap it right onto my water bottle carrier, and it has a shoulder strap, it has a hand strap, however I'm carrying it. But the thing is, and then, you know, I want to get it out, I just unzip it, put them on, take them off, put them on here. Don't have to keep searching through a purse, don't have to keep throwing them around, or holding them and hope I don't lay them down and forget them. Which maybe I would do, so I take precautions. This, I'm holding it, is my Wild Wolf Outfitters water bottle holder. I love this thing. I know I've done it before, but I'm going to do it again. Because, one, it'll hold any of your bottles. I happen to have a, a bottle that fits in pretty good. But you could use your regular bottle too. They're pretty, have a little zipper here if I want to put my hotel key here. This part is amazing because I have the larger one. So I can put money, I can put credit cards, this thing will even fit my phone and a Kindle at the same time. So when I'm running through an airport, I have everything in here. It's great. And like I say, it has a handle, I can just crisscross it. I have to have water out because I bought the boys one too, because when boys get thirsty and you're out in the heat, they get cranky. So I didn't want to fool with all their water bottles, so I got them a smaller version of this. They don't need all of this, and they can put their phone or their hotel key or whatever else gadget they might have. They can put their money in there for the souvenirs. The main thing is it just works, and you're not carrying around a huge purse or something that you could just easily lose. Okay, but now, maybe you don't want to, maybe you like carrying a purse because you like to, you're going to pick up a few t-shirts or pick up something. I try to keep it small. This is just an example because it's cheap. And I'm sure there's fancier brand names and really super cool. But this is vinyl, and I saw it at this little department store. I thought this would be great. One, it's a shoulder. It's really lightweight. So whatever I put in, it's going to be the weight. There's no weight here. This thing has a huge inside where I really could, put some souvenirs like T-shirts or small gifts or something that I had. So if I want to take something, I can do that. And even this would fit into it too. If I just wanted to put my whole bottle and everything in it, I could even do that. So you can do that. Now I like this also too. I look for things that are practical. This has a zip out. It's not like yours, it'll be a little hard for them to rip it out of you too quickly. And you can put a few things in here. Now, because there are pickpocketers, in Europe and US and every place you go, always be safe when you're out with an outing. And let's face it, you're going to be looking at things, you're going to be with your family, you're going to be with your kids, easily to get distracted. Please don't put this on your back like a backpack. It's just too easy for them to just really quick, really get into it, especially on crowded trams and trains. Don't do that. Either put it, on your shoulder where you can hold it like this, or just put it in your front while you're in those incidents. So it's okay to have something small. Try to keep whatever you're taking with you little. For one thing, you want to look at what you're looking. You don't want your shoulders and everything to hurt because you got something heavy all the time. Try to keep your body comfortable. And which brings us back to water bottles. My sweet Julie and Clyde, who got me the other gadget for Mother's Day, got me this too. And I just think this is the coolest thing because I could just throw it in my purse. When I don't know if I want a bottle, I don't know if I know what I'm going to do. This is just a collapsible bottle. And you can just put it in your purse when it's folded up. Got to an airport and they have a water station. Maybe you fill it up, maybe you don't. But you have it just in case. It's always good to have a water bottle. And when you don't want to have to be responsible for maybe a bottle all the time, but you're still trying to be a good Girl Scout and be prepared, these things are really great because, like I say, they collapse, they go into your purse, they take up no room. The other thing is, even though most of us have gotten all of our cables down to a minimum, when you're traveling with a group, my grandson's going to have a cable, I'm going to have a cable, my son's going to have a cable, you start finding yourself with some necessities. I'm going to have a universal plug-in. I'm going to have the cables that can go into all of those things. I also, once again, don't want, even though I have probably 5 cable cases, I probably really don't want anything too big. Nowadays with more phones are taking the same ones, I can kind of slim down. And I thought this was in Amazon, and I like it because it's adjustable. It can get bulky or it can fold down pretty small, which is kind of nice. And it's small, but mighty. You can fit, I got 4 cables in here and 2 of them are really long cables. Plus I could put the universal in here. Plus I could put, like the regular outlet too, the one maybe you're going to plug into airports, or I have some mini chargers I might put in here. And it's nice because you get the job done, you still have what you need but you're not going to be taking up too much room in your suitcase or your backpack or whatever it is that you take on board with you. So I just think that was cheap, easy to use, convenient. Now, the other thing is, because we're women, we like to travel with our jewelry. Now, yeah, I know what the reviews say. Take two pairs of earrings, 2 pairs of necklace, and then you can just flippy swappy around all you want. They're the same people that want to tell me to take only 1 extra pair of shoes. Nah, not gonna happen. Because when I travel, I get to family dress up. You know, I'm not wearing shorts. I'm not wearing clothes that kids can spit up on. I'm a real adult. So I want to take whatever I want to take. I want to look good. In this case, we're going to do a river cruise the last week. And even though they're very casual, you still, you know, can ump an outfit with just jewelry. So there's 2 things. This is from Easy Pack. And you know I'm a big fan of Easy Pack. I like this. Maybe not my favorite, but it has definitely some things going for it. One is vinyl. The plus is that it's probably pretty well waterproof. The minus is vinyl doesn't squish as well as cloth. But nevertheless, when you open this little sucker up, it's small, so it, you know, it doesn't take up a lot of room, but you have pockets up in here to put earrings in. You have this, you can hang necklaces or whatever, earrings again. You have individual pockets. You probably have enough easily to take whatever it is you really want to take on a vacation. The other plus is that it does tie, which gives it a little flexibility. As for bulkiness, you know, you just make it tie looser. So it is that. The other one I got as a gift, and I like this one too, because it's cloth, and maybe it goes even smaller. I'm all about small, fitting things into little pockets in your suitcase. This one's nice. It also holds quite a bit. It has a separate pocket you can see in. You have little places to put your necklaces, and you can hang them up so they don't get tangled. You have another thing, if you have something bigger, you have smaller ones for earrings, and you have this that you could, you know, attach stuff to and attach it back. It has this that you could do rings or anything else onto, and it still has one little pouch here zipped up that I actually have a sewing kit into. So these are nice because they are soft, they're cloth, so they're not as waterproof, but they are small enough they would fit into every little crevice in your suitcase without the places in your suitcase that are wasted anyway, right? So that's all I got. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to put the names of the products down on the hashtag down below the video, but I think this gives you an idea of some new things, little travel gadgets. They make our life sometimes. They make it easier, and they're small and they're cheap and they're easy to do. So if you have any questions, or you have your favorite things that you have that you like, feel free to share them. I'm always interested in seeing what everybody else does. So until next time at the kitchen table, goodbye.